Yo, what is up, guys? I'm gonna talk about the week of the wrestling from. I'll talk a little about Over the Limit, but not so much because it's the worst pay per view this year. Probably the worst pay per view since last year's Over the Limit. But yeah. In my opinion, you can say these other pay per views are bad, but uh, yeah, I'm not gonna go over NXT or Superstars. I'm not gonna go over Impact Wrestling because I didn't watch it this week. I watched the first week of Impact Wrestling and I thought it was pretty okay. Uh, but the new thing, the new set, it's not gonna change anything today. And returning the six-sided ring is not gonna change anything. It's not gonna make the product any better, except for reminding you of the good old days of TNA. But there was never good old days. Yeah. Okay, but let's go to Raw. First, I'm only gonna go over the notable things. Our Bret the Hitman Hart came out. He basically came and talked about the match, uh, about Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and about about Michael Cole and all. And then Truth came out with his no interest music, and and then gave him a little speech and say like, how many times have you won? How many times matches have I been in? And he was like zero, and then but yeah, and then Cena came out. They talked again, made little stupid jokes, called him a maniac. And then the GM tuned in and he said, Truth hasn't done anything good enough to be a contender, and that's why he hasn't put him in a match with Cena for the W Championship match at a televised event or a pay per view. And uh, that's completely right. He hasn't done anything. He just turned heel and he's attacked Mysterio. I mean, not true. Morrison. And he's attacked Mysterio, and that's pretty much it for him. And so, yeah. So he scheduled a match tonight for Truth and CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio and John Cena with Bret the Hitman Hart as a special guest referee. You could tell that the face was gonna win because the ref is a face, and he's returning. It's only one time thing, and he's probably only going because of the tour this weekend in Canada. I'm pretty sure they have. Okay. The other notable thing was the Divas. They had I believe, 8 or 6 woman tag team match, and Karma came out. They surrounded her, and she broke down and she cried. Okay, and she broke down and she cried, and that was basically like all the Divas are staring at her. Nobody knew why she was crying. I guess she's supposed to explain it this Monday, but yeah. But there's this rumor, and I don't know if it's true, but it probably is true. She's pregnant, and she will be sidelined for 9 or 10 months. And yeah, it's not like yeah. And then basically that's all. Oh, and Del Rio, no, Ricardo runs over Big Show, and his knee gets stuck, or something like that, and it's like on the rebounds or the recalls on SmackDown and NXT and Superstars, they have not pushed a true thing or a karma or anything. They have pushed this to seem like they want to get this noticed. Del Rio and Kane feud, or Del Rio and Ricardo versus Kane and Big Show or something, and it could be valuable because what is Del Rio? He's on a hot streak. He was on a hot streak, and he's not in the title picture anymore as he once was. So he got a little thing. WWE is gonna try him in the mid card, and you know prove he could go in the main event picture because basically when he came in, he feuded with Mysterio, and he was immediately in the Royal Rumble match and won it. So just about that. And going with Ricardo as a tag team partner could be okay because we all do know. Well, maybe not all of us know, but Ricardo is a wrestler. Michael Cole apologized to Jerry Lawler. Uh, I don't know. I guess he's supposed to be a face. He acted as a heel on SmackDown, but I think he's supposed to be a face and respectful to Jerry Lawler. He may take shots at Josh Matthews anytime he wants, I guess. And basically, that's all that happened on Raw. Nothing real interesting. Over the limit, I want to talk about one match, and that's the I Quit match. The worst main event I've seen since a very long time. I don't know. I can't name a different main event, but a 20-minute beating by Miz and Riley. Oh no, it's not that. I gotta tell you, Miz and Riley, and they got a whip. They did everything to Cena they could possibly think of, and then they had a tape recording and it said "I quit." From the Rock and Mankind match, the Royal Rumble 1998. But this time the ref looked at it. They found out it was Alex Riley's cell phone, and then Cena. I forgot what he did to Riley, but he did something like through him, and then they went up the ramp, and in like a minute or less, Cena, who took a 20-minute beating, came out of this match and won. That makes the Miz look weak, absolutely weak. You're not trying to treat him as a star. Miz, I don't know. Oh, here, Miz Mayfield with Alex Wright because the segment that happened on Raw, he was mad at Riley, and then GM tells Miz, that he's done with Cena, and Miz goes on a rage. He slapped Riley, but then Riley punches him and attacks him. You know. Okay, on SmackDown, nothing good. It's the same opening segments. It's Sheamus, Mark Henry, Christian, Teddy Long. They gotta change it up and they gotta mix a new tune. And they announced a number one contenders match, and you knew Christian was gonna win the first time you saw this. And you don't want Mark Henry in the title picture because he's not made of event potential. When I first and when anybody first started came in, he wasn't made of event potential. Was this? I believe he was with Nation of Domination, if I'm not correcting me, but he was with the Black group, and then he went to the Sexual Chocolate, and then I don't know what else. Everything went downhill for Mark Henry. He came in 2006, and he tagged Batista, but that's nothing good on Mark Henry. And he was faced. He's been this dancing prick with Great Khali, and now I'll get on to Great Khali later. And now they both changed. Sheamus, you knew he was gonna win this match. He did. I forgot what happened. I think Randy Orton RKO'd Mark Henry, or something about Christian laid out. Now is this gonna lead to Christian's heel turn? He's not in the title picture. He's totally ashamed he's not in there. But who does he feud with? It's not like he's gonna go on Total Rage and go, "Where's my title? Where's my title?" or anything like that. But who knows? Next thing, Rick Khali versus Kane. There's a match, and Kane came out. Khali, I guess in Indian, he's being called soft by his real life brother. I think it's his real life brother. I've read it. And Jinder Mahal, and he got slapped by Jinder Mahal, and then Great Khali pushed him, or something like that, or he like Jinder Mahal pushed whatever the little Indian guy. I can't say his name. And then Khali is all doing his stuff behind uh Shane. I think that's his name. And then he got him in the vice grip, and he walked out alongside with Jinder Mahal, and I'm okay with that. They could be tag team. I don't know. They could be something, but at least Khali isn't gonna be soft anymore. Well, at least he doesn't do it in his dances anymore. He could have that long hair in his face again. He could attack people. He could, you know, anything he wants to, and he could lead Jinder Mahal into the main event picture by just being like a protege of him and them going out with each other every single time. Attacking everybody, and yeah. Uh, there's one thing I want to talk about. It's Rhodes and the Daniel Bryan match. Where is Rhodes going? All he's doing now, he went from Mysterio, the feud at WrestleMania, and the feud at Extreme Rules, where he looked like he was going to be built up and uh, as a higher than a mid card, but he's still at the same position. He's putting paper bags over people's head, and that's pretty lame to be Cody Rhodes right now. You looked like a star. You had Rey Mysterio try to push you, but you couldn't achieve it. Uh, Stop my problem. And then Daniel Bryan. Well, I think he beats Daniel Bryan. So I think that's all happened this week. Maybe Christian turns heel. Maybe. I don't think Truth could build up as a star on Raw, and I think he should go to SmackDown alongside with Morrison. Morrison should return on SmackDown. And yeah, okay. Peace.